Hi, my name is Kelsey Harold, and I am your student's VIP teacher. Since you guys are new to Lowndes High School, I want to kind of go ahead and introduce myself and also introduce VIP and what we'll be doing in this class. To start off, the first thing to know is me. I'm Miss Harold. You might see Miss Cully on your student's schedule or on some accounts. It's because I just recently changed my name and got married and changed my name. So it is Miss Harold, but if you see Miss Cully, that's still me. I teach VIP, ninth grade VIP, and I can be reached at Kelsey Harold at lowndes.k12.ga.us. All of your other, your students' other teachers can also be reached at their email address, which is usually their first name, last name with the same ending email address. So a few things to know about me. I've been teaching for 5 years, all in Arizona. I taught a lot of classes at that time. The most helpful one, I think, for VIP is AVID, which I taught for the last 3 years. This was a college prep class, which is very much like what we'll be doing in VIP. I have my bachelor's in secondary education for language arts from NMSU and my master's in curriculum and instruction from GCU, and I'm primarily an English teacher. I'm also our JV cheer coach and head swim coach, so if your student's interested in either of those, I'm a great contact for that as well. A few things about VIP. VIP meets usually once per week, and that is on Thursdays, typically. We sometimes have like different schedules as needed, but we are typically meeting every Thursday morning, and that will be from about the first 30 minutes of class from 9:38 to 10:08. The purpose of VIP is to get important information to your students, to prepare students for their upcoming grades and sort of requirements, to act as a support system for the students, and really for those teachers to be student advocates for those students. That's really the main purpose of VIP. So the VIP teacher is not giving your student any homework or grades. There is no grade for VIP. It's really just a time for me to act as an advocate for your student. I'll have the same group all 4 years. So I'll be your student's VIP teacher until they are seniors and graduating from Lowndes High School. A few tips I would like to help you out or help remind you of for your student to be successful at LHS are to please check your email regularly. A lot of times teachers are sending home emails if they're concerned or if their student's doing well or anything you need to be aware of, check that email. A lot of times also teachers are reaching out through Remind or Google Classroom. You'll want to take a look at the teacher's individual syllabus to see how they prefer to communicate. But email is definitely one that most teachers are using regularly. Another one is to check Infinite Campus regularly. Infinite Campus is our online gradebook, and you have access to it 24/7. And it's really important to know where your students are at, especially as freshmen. They're kind of getting on their feet, and sometimes students struggle a little bit and just need a little bit of reminders and correction and help and guidance at home on how to do that. So checking Infinite Campus is a great way to get a pulse on how your student is doing. However, there also might be a lot on their Google Classroom that might be a little bit more informative. So you're going to want to check both Infinite Campus and Google Classroom. The next thing to do, especially if your student is struggling, is to reach out to your student's teachers and or their counselor or me. All of us can set up a parent-teacher conference for you. You can meet with that teacher and just kind of get an idea on what's going on. I think parent-teacher conferences, parent-teacher-student conferences especially are a great time to make sure everybody's on the same page with how to help that student be their best self. Please also encourage your students to keep track of their assignments using a planner. It can be a digital or a physical planner. I think there's a very strong correlation with successful students and students who keep planners because they just kind of know what's going on. So it's important to know what's going on in your students' classes and important for them to be able to start learning how to keep track of all of their responsibilities. Please also encourage your students to check their Google Classroom and their email every day when they get home from school. They probably do have things to be working on. They might say, no, I have no homework, but I think a good thing to do is say, okay, let's pull up Google Classroom and just kind of check, make sure we're ready for tomorrow and ready for any upcoming assignments. A few important things to know. In all of your students' classes, they need to have their Chromebook fully charged and functional. A dead Chromebook is just as good as no Chromebook. So it's very important that they're bringing it charged and ready to go every day. Every teacher is going to be using assignments out of Google Classroom and virtual assignments, a mix of virtual and digital assignments. So it's very important they have that Chromebook every day. They also need a planner, like I said earlier, to keep track of assignments. They'll need to be checking that at school every day and at home every day. General protocols and expectations at Lowndes High School are to be on time for your classes, be prepared, be respectful, kind, and do your best. Students will be successful if they can do all of those things. The last thing to note, a few important dates. On October 1st, our Chromebook insurance is due. This is really helpful if the students, like, if you break the Chromebook on accident or it gets lost, this can help out in the event of that. If you didn't get a Chromebook insurance form, have your student ask me. I can get them one at VIP, or any of their teachers should be able to get one as well. We also have our 9-week grade reports in October. That's October 12th. That's a good date to know because that's our halfway point. Grades will be uploaded into Infinite Campus, and it's a good time to kind of check in, see how things are going this semester. With the block schedule, the semesters go really fast, and it's important to make sure they can finish strong in that last half of the semester. Another important date is December 15th and 16th. This is our finals date. The school really wants students to be taking finals on the final date. So please make sure that they are here in school, ready to go on those days. They'll be having finals in all of their classes on those days. Typically, a student can exempt out of their finals, though, which is good news, if they have less than 3 absences, less than 3 tardies, and a 90% or higher in that class. They can usually exempt out of the final. Check with your teacher's individual syllabus to see if that's the case, but usually they can. So good news and good things to shoot for. That's all for now. If you have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to email me, and I'll be happy to help you out with anything else you might need here at Lowndes High School. Thank you. Bye.